Hey.
But didn't you saying like your whole thing about that man who goes to church all the time?
Oh yeah, so I was walking, bro, and my mom wants me to turn the radio on every day before we walk out. Like if we're gonna go out, just play the gospel music, so the energy is good. And
When y'all
before I
leave,
walk,
like
huh?
you said when y'all leave, so like when y'all come home, the music has been playing in the house the whole time.
Yeah, she just likes coming home to gospel music. She might stop and just let it play out, and she'll just listen to it. She really likes it, but most times, sometimes they be talking. People have commercials or they have breaks or they have podcasts in between the stations.
Mm.
So this guy was just talking about how he goes to church. He never missed a day at church ever, like ever. He would go on Wednesdays sometimes, but he would always go on Sundays. And if they ever missed, it would not because they didn't wake up in time or they couldn't find a way, or it was something else that they couldn't do or something. And I was like, all right, cool. Don't push your agenda on people. He said that because they was closing churches down. But I'm like, well, you said it in a sense to make it feel like people should feel bad if they never went to church. Like, and you
Or
can
to
hear
like, I mean,
it was his undertone. He was like, yeah, we never had no excuses as to like, our excuses wasn't like, oh, we overslept or we didn't wake up in time. I'm like, all right, well, I don't think church is that, I don't want to say it's that big of a deal, but I don't feel like it's.
I mean, okay, so in defense, because we already said, okay, I'm not religious, but I'll say that in a sense that I feel like the world is trying to provoke fear on us with this virus. And I feel like if you're Christian, if you're spiritual, you should never have fear. Fear is a mental like handicap. It doesn't exist. So to stop going to somewhere that you worship and get your faith from because of the
Mm-hmm.
virus is kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do agree with him in a sense, like y'all gonna let this stop y'all from going to church. Everything in the world, y'all gonna let this stop because of fear, not because you can't make it to church, you can't hop in your car, but because you're
No,
scared.
but even okay, forget that. You just said you letting fear take you to a place to stop you from going to a place that you worship, right? You
Yes,
let
but I
fear
can't
do that.
counter that. I can counter it with, but go ahead.
Okay, counter it then. Let
Because
me
I mean,
step.
I don't like. I'm like, okay, I can get what, but I feel like to counter that on the other side, I feel like once again, that's what I don't like about Christianity. That these people are so
Say
like.
it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Sorry, because that's what I'm gonna say.
I
Say
know,
it.
because I was like, I can counter it, but I'm gonna defend him first in that sense of like, yeah, I get that, like that's your faith, but it's kind of like I think people get so wrapped up in religion that, like, in a sense, they want to make you feel bad and they want to pressure you and they want to dictate to you, and it's kind of like you don't know my connection with God just because I'm not in this church house fellowshipping with everybody who say they identify with God doesn't mean I don't have a connection at home. I can praise Him
Thank you.
from my house. I can do it.
You said it, but not like I wanted you to say it, but you definitely said it. I think people get so dependent. Even independent people who say, like, even the people that go to church stun on other people, you still dependent. Why you come to church? You came to church because you feel like you obligated to come to church. You have to come to this place of worship. I feel like your church can be in your home, inside your bathroom, or inside your closet. Your church is wherever you pray. Like if you pray and you believe what you praying about, then you shouldn't have to feel obligated, or like out of habit to go to church, because that man just teaching you whatever he just found at home. Like at the end of the day, he got his information at home. He didn't go to church and was like, all right, we gonna do this and I'm gonna wing it. No, this man went over what he was gonna teach. He wrote them highlights. He wrote that stuff down. This is job. Church, this, no offense, but at the end of the day, this is job. I hate
But
to
I
say
think,
it.
I mean, well, but we can go deeper than that. Like, I feel like we did touch on the same thing, is, but I guess I didn't deliver it the same. You clearly said you can be in your bathroom. That's I'm like, you can have your connection wherever.
Well, I
Um,
don't want to say bathroom because that's not we that's very toxic.
I
Or
mean,
the
but I
bathroom.
had breakthroughs in the bathroom. Like, I mean, because you can even meditate in the shower. Like, meditation can happen in the shower. If that's where you align, you can clear your mind. That's
Excuse me,
still
my
a connection. You say, hold on.
yeah. God said, let me put my light on.
I was. I finally say you hold. I finally heard you say hold on, but you still didn't say it. That still wasn't it.
That definitely wasn't it. I'm just telling you, I'm putting the light on, girl.
But I'm like, it ain't no restrictions. Like whenever God touches you, he touches you. So I ain't gonna say you can have your breakthrough in the bathroom. But we can even touch on the whole religion thing of like people live their day
Wait,
to day.
is my thing dark?
Yes, it is. Very dark.
Okay, I'm about to call you back.
All
Sorry,
right.
if you don't mind.
Okay.
Stay in your live. I'm gonna come
Wait, you
back.
can't just turn up the volume, the
The
light?
brightness is all the way up. No, this isn't regular. This isn't normal.
Okay, cool. Call me back. I'll stay on here.
Yeah.
I guess I'll talk to myself about what I was about to say. So I just think with the whole, what was I about to say? Oh, with the whole Christianity thing, or I guess religion, I don't know. People look to this one person, the pastor, the deacon, as their one-way ticket into heaven when your connection with God is your connection. You going to church, your mama being a Christian is not going, if y'all, and that's if you believe in heaven. Because I don't know if I really believe in this whole heaven and hell thing. And that goes deeper, but it goes into slavery if they gave that to our ancestors as a way of coping with slavery. But yeah, if you got a connection with God, you don't need, oh, she's back.
Whoa. You said I don't believe in heaven and hell because you might think that that's like a way that the slaves have like they gave that for them to cope with. I think Christianity is something that white people gave black people and they just ran away with it, like literally took off.
But bitch, that's
That's
a
what I
whole
think.
another conversation. I don't even think we can't hit that before hitting this because that's gonna take us a whole nother path too.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think heaven and hell is real, and I don't think that they gave that to us. Because if you go out there in the roots of Africa, they was already talking about that before they even got captured. So it's not something that they were given. I'm sure, like that's something that they was already doing.
all right, let's tap on it then, sis, because I don't know where this
No, I
going.
don't want to. I don't want to. We're gonna do that later. But we're gonna keep going with what we got, and then we can always talk about this episode 2, episode 3. Sorry. Keep going.
Continue.
That was it.
No, it couldn't have been because I'm like where I was going. That ain't where you trying to go. So I'm like, take us back. Where were we before you got off the phone?
What was we?
I'm
Christians, we were
getting
talking about how people can't be themselves and like how this man is just his job. This is his job at the end of the day, and that I came
well
back.
before. Okay, so while you was gone, I was talking, but I think that's what I got to is that I basically I'm gonna summarize it. People look to going to church as a way of getting in heaven. Like they think that pastor, that deacon is gonna get them into heaven by knowing him and being an affiliate of him. And it's like your connection is your connection. When God make that judgment and you're in front of him, he ain't gonna ask you who you know. Oh, that's your mama. Your mama not gonna get you in there either. How do you know me? But that's when I got to the point of like, I don't know if I even believe in that whole heaven and hell thing. That it's like, I don't know about that. But ideally, if you're that person, I mean, that was my stance when I was a Christian. Like, your connection is your connection.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And what?
now I was just saying, it goes back to the whole like, shit, if you gotta praise the Lord in the bathroom, cause like Muslims, like some of them, they're supposed to. I now don't know the right terminology, but they have praying times, like certain times during the day they have to pray, and you're supposed to go into, I guess, an isolated space. But in America, we don't. That's not our religion, so we don't create. Because for them, they stop their day and they do it like kind of right where they are. They go wherever to the Mecca, whatever. And so it
Yeah,
was a girl I was telling that I was talking to. She was Muslim, we're architecture. She was like, yeah, like when I have to pray, I have to basically like go somewhere private, but it's uncomfortable because there's nowhere really private around here to be able to do my religion. But she's like, I do it anyways. If I can find a classroom, it's not about the setting as long as I'm in that environment and the principle of it. So I just think that still applies to like Christians. As long as you
yeah.
pray.
I was dating this Kenyan. She's Swahilian. Well, she's like okay, she's Kenyan, but she practiced like they're Muslim. So she's Muslim. Well, Muslim, sorry. But and she prays all the time. And so what it is like they would pray 5 times a day at like certain times of the day. And if they miss, they would just have to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about like when she would be at work, she would just have to miss it sometimes, and just have to make up for it, like double up on that prayer or just do extra time. And it's like it was so cool because I've been in the room while she's prayed before. It's like it's very, I don't know. It's like nice because
It's
like
cool.
when
She
she
stops her life it like they stop their life and make sure they praise their God and acknowledge their God no matter where they're at in life, no matter what they're going through. They make that a priority, which I'm not saying other people don't, but I think it's to see it and feel that energy. It's something because I've had a girl when she was in a car and she even asked me because we were like going to Nashville, which is like 2.5 hours, and she was like, "Hey, do you mind if I pray?" And I'm like, "You don't gotta ask me that." Like, it just made me feel really sad for her, kind of in the sense of like the fact that people are offended or are uncomfortable by it was like
Hmm.
kind of heartbreaking a little bit. So it's kind of that same situation where you're saying
Yeah.
like the girl was praying.
I definitely want to make somebody feel uncomfortable for praying, but I do feel uncomfortable. I get that because I pray for long times, and I usually pray in the cafeteria when I eat because again, I usually do my daily prayer like right before I eat. So if I'm about to eat, I'll just pray my whole daily prayer like while I'm eating, and it's very awkward because I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm gonna still do it just because that's when I pray. Like if I'm gonna eat, that's when I'm gonna pray. But it's very awkward in a sense, like, all right, I ain't see nobody around this table by their heads. Monica do her cute little prayer. Get the job done. She say, "Hey, Lord is great, Lord is good. Thank you for this plate." Boom. I be like, "All right, cool, good food." And I be praying. I be like, "All right, listen, I pray for this person, that person."
Oh, so your
Like,
food is getting cold.
yeah, more than likely. Yeah, now my food be in that whole 2 minutes in. Like, you gonna eat me or what? Because I'm about to start
Because
eating
I'm finna
myself.
eat you. I'm tired of watching you.
I'm tired of watching you at this point. Yeah.
I agree, and I think like it was how courteous she was. It was so amazing that like she asked like that. She asked was just like, wow, you're concerned about me when you should be concerned about yourself in a sense, and this is your moment and your time, and you were
Uh-huh.
courteous enough to ask me. That's why it was kind of like it was like bittersweet, where it was heartbreaking to be like, you gotta like, because I'm not gonna ask and I pray if that's my motherfucking God. I'm gonna talk to him if you're uncomfortable or not. Period.
He's not cursing. I'm sorry. Don't curse in that same
Oh, you're
sentence.
that person. I apologize. That's why I
Yeah.
can't.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
Did that? Did I? What I did? I just.
No. Yeah, that's your stance. I don't believe because I'm like, well, God know my heart, so I'm not gonna cap with him and do all this stuff if that's what we're saying. But I'm like, I apologize for disrespecting you and your views on it.
No sarcastic.
No, not really.
Asshole. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ooh.
Well, no, I really didn't have. I actually tried to be genuine when I said it, but then again, I'm like, I did try to. I was definitely 75%, 85% genuine.
That's progress. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. Shit. Feel like the average black person. I'll take what I can get. It's fine. She's no, but yes, I'm just scared of how people are acting and how people are taking advantage of the situation that we're in. And we started this conversation because people are in isolation and they're not getting right with the people that they need to get right with. Even if it's not God, it's like people around you. Like
With
make sure that
themselves.
you're
With themselves. Because I'm not, like I said, I don't play this Christian, this religion thing. It's just like,
not even
take
just
this
that.
time. What you say?
Keep going.
Take this time to reflect. Like, yeah, you had the New Year's. Did you reflect for the New Year's? I think this why this shit happening because y'all wasn't on y'all best P's and Q's for New Year's. Y'all still popping bottles. Like, that's how y'all want to bring y'all
Making
New Year's.
challenges.
Y'all still popping pussy. Like, I mean, I guess if you do it all year long, don't stop now. What? Fine.
You might as well keep that same energy.
I'm like, bring it in, but I'm just like, I just think that's the one time to rebalance yourself and refocus. Like, you've had this whole 12 months. What have you gotten done? What have you not gotten done? Like, and it's okay if you haven't gotten it done. It's okay because I'm like, I'm not perfect, but it's just like rebalance yourself. And it's like, I feel like we're given a second opportunity to rebalance and focus yourself before it gets to 6 months. And now you're like, damn, it's been 6 months. And I still am not on my path, kind of. And I just
Yep.
think people are choosing to not tap in and just and sit with themselves. That we didn't say that because it's so funny in college. Like I talked about, how I feel like it's very clicky at like being in college here. And so a lot of people I feel like hide behind people, like people hide and click so that they're not seen. And I say now take some of those people out of those groups and make them sit in a room by themselves and see how uncomfortable they are because they're not used to sitting quiet and not even really mouth wise, mentally quiet by themselves. They're going to be very uncomfortable. And I think this is the same thing that's happening on social media. Take these people out of these places that are distractions and make them sit by themselves. And let's see who's going to thrive. And let's see who's going to continue to get comfortable with being distracted.
Exactly. And that's why people see when I tell people I'm not on social media, and you will be wondering, like, I don't got no notifications. I don't want to know nothing. Literally. If I don't go looking for it, I'm not looking for it. It don't need to find me. If it don't come to
Mm-hmm.
me like it needs to, then I don't need to be on social media. Like, I have the habit where I automatically click on Instagram just to see what you and Brittany talking about. And usually y'all don't even be texting. It be too goddamn early in the day. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll leave. But like that's just my habit. Like that's just so like going to social media is habit, you know. And I know that there's nothing on my feed, and I know that I never post anything for real. So it's like shit. If it's not for y'all to, then really I don't need the app, you know. And I'm just staying updated because this is how I learn about even outside news, you know. So it is still social media is my news source, but like just to see what people doing, I skip all that. I don't even watch that. Like those little challenges and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm over it. I come to
Like,
social
yeah.
media. I come to
Go ahead.
social media for my benefit. Like I know what I'm going in there for, so that's what I'm coming out of there with, basically.
Period. Let me tell you something. Look, you would have thought you was on a real mission. I said, just the social media, or like, who you working for?
Who you work for? No, for real though. That's my agenda with everything. Like even when I be taking you to the stores with me on the phone, I be like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this, and I ain't gonna go nowhere else because let me just get the fuck up out of here. Let
I
me get
mean,
out because
okay.
that's just how I navigate through life. Like I set I set on something, and if I do lead astray, it won't be too much. It won't hinder me in a way like that's hindrance. But if I do,
Mm-hmm.
say for instance, I buy something else, I'm like, oh, that's fine. I can afford to buy that. Like it's not no grave decision or like a grave mistake or something. But I don't know. I just go in, get your purpose. You so you can't. It's easy to get lost. It's very easy to get lost in social
But
media.
bitch, you just hit it in general, like in world, like it's like know your
Yeah.
purpose. Get
I'm
on your
glad you said
purpose, and once again, because I feel like I speak as if I know it all, bitch. I be doing this shit. Well, now hell, now, bitch, I be in bed being lazy all the time, like. But it's the idea of like, can you hear me? Hello.